I used to gamble a lot, and my favorite game was blackjack. And there's an old saying: you gotta know when to fold 'em.
Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Street Stories of Delray Beach. My name is Ron Carlone. Today we caught up with pro golfer Johnny Rowe. He sat down and told us his life story from pro golf to living on the streets. We call this episode Know When to Fold 'Em.
Good afternoon. My name is Johnny, and I'm 63 years old. Grew up near Rochester, New York, upstate in a little town called Sodus. Come from a really cool family. Mom and dad. Dad was a math teacher, 6th grade math teacher. Mom was a social worker. And they created some really good values for all of us. Growing up, we were into sports, basketball, golf. I was a golf pro for a long time.
Did you have multiple siblings?
5 siblings.
Where were you?
Well, I'm on the bottom. I'm the
Baby.
Yep, I'm the baby. So it goes 63, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
6 children in less than 9 years.
Yeah.
So yeah. So growing up, it was pretty normal. I mean, did well in high school. And see, I was 4th in my class as a sophomore. Then I started partying, and life was going good. Went off to school for a hotel restaurant. We partied all the time. I did well in school, even though we smoked a lot of weed.
Wasn't that strong back then?
Yeah, exactly. And so then I got out, because I went for a hotel restaurant, and I started working in the business. I'm not a big fan of working at night, so I turned golf pro, and I was a pro for almost 30 years. And then when I got out of the business, out of the hotel restaurant business, I decided to turn pro, and I came down here to South Florida, and I started working at Boca West.
When did you start playing golf?
When I was 7.
So you've been playing your whole
Yeah, for a long time.
Your dad fostered that?
The day my dad let me drive his cart, I could hardly reach the pedals, and I was hooked. So then went off to school, and I got out. So I turned pro in '85. It took me 7 years to get my card, and then I met Barb in '89. Then we got married and we had 3 children. Our oldest passed away in '09. She had a very severe form of epilepsy, and that's when the partying really ramped up. It was the lowest point of my life from there on for 17 years, because she had a very severe form of epilepsy due to a bad vaccine, and it crushed us. I mean, she never learned how to walk or talk. It was a challenge, and it made me want to, drink and party and gamble more and more. It was like pouring gas on a fire, because I felt that we were cheated. I found out that there was a National Vaccine Act, which is a super pool of money for parents for kids that have had bad vaccines, and we filed for it 1 day late. Missed the statute of limitations. Yeah. Needless to say, my partying went on, but I worked at the same club in Columbus for 13 years. Worked my way all the way up to general manager, and that was a high too, because I was going forward in my career. And then one time she had a seizure for 6 hours, and then go right back down again. So it was like a roller coaster ride, going up and down with emotions. And then we divorced in '06. And I moved.
Your partying?
Yeah, irreconcilable differences. Yeah, that's what they call it.
You went through 1 daughter. You had 2 more children.
Right. Yes.
Anything you can come?
Yeah, they're all grown up now. Meredith is
30s, I'm guessing?
31 in June, and Chase is 27 in September. He'll be 27.
When have you last been in touch with them?
It's been a while.
You're just estranged.
Yeah.
Would that be a way to
Yeah,
describe
that's a good word. Yeah.
it?
I think they're still a little bummed that I left the way I did, and
With your mom? With
yeah,
their mom?
yeah.
Okay.
So she got remarried
Oh, so you've been estranged since
20 years now.
from the kids?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. In fact, I've only seen them twice since '06.
Tell me a little bit more about your gambling and alcohol abuse. Maybe what was about them that.
Well, I'll tell you.
Are you still actively drinking and gambling?
A little bit, but I don't gamble like I used to. I used to gamble $500 a game, and she didn't know about it because I had a PO box.
Sports wager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the drinking, you know, I'd go to the bar every day after work and drink 4 or 5 beers, bring a 6-pack home.
Did you ever have like a defining moment of hitting bottom? You know, or you got behind
Oh,
the car?
I've had a few. Yeah, I've had a
What was
few.
the one where, you know, the catalyst is that I got fucking clean up my eye?
Probably the biggest one was when she delivered the divorce papers. I read through the paperwork. It was like 40 pages, and I was like, I called her up and she said, you know, we're done. I regret not working harder on my marriage through addiction. That will tear you apart. And however, you can bounce back, because I bounced back several times, and I plan on doing it again.
What would you tell a 20-year-old if you could travel back in time to 20-year-old Johnny?
I would tell this 20-year-old to, you know, concentrate on your school, try to get a good education, take it easy on the partying, don't go crazy.
Where would you like to see yourself in a year?
1 year from now,
Yeah, 1 year.
place to live, girlfriend, teach golf, and stay here and enjoy it. I love it here.
Where are you with it, finding your work? Are you actively trying to?
Actually,
Is
I'm
it
gonna.
a challenge because
I'm
of
actually
your
going to print up some business cards at Staples here real soon. I just went on Social Security, so I do have some money coming. The one thing that will really help me is having a place to live, because then it's my.
Can you describe exactly where you sleep at night now? Like, where are you sleeping?
Probably in 4 different places.
Where?
Last night me and Ice were up at Boston's. They have a patio out front, right across from the ocean. There's another one if you go back down Atlantic to Worthing Park Tavern.
Yeah.
Turn left. There's a parking garage.
Yeah, the
Me
one
and my
with
buddy
the-
go up top,
yeah,
like 4
I know
floors.
exactly what you're talking
But then you're sleeping on concrete. So I wanted to say something about yesterday. We were talking about the gambling. You know, this is the high and the low, and part of it. You can be the best blackjack player in the world, but if you don't get the cards, it's not going to matter. So, I used to gamble a lot, and my favorite game was blackjack. And there's an old saying: you got to know when to fold them.
And that concludes our episode of Street Stories of Delray Beach. Hope you guys liked it, and stay tuned for more episodes.